Hot off the press.
Theology, I'm assuming, is still alive and well by the sheer number of theology books that get published every year, every month, every week. Scott, what have you been reading? Because readers are leaders.
Readers are leaders, my friend. A great book to be reading is this new book by Levering. It's called Engaging the Doctrine of the Holy Spirit.
Oh, you say Holy Spirit? That sounds Pentecostal.
Levering's driving question is, if God the Son has a name, the Word, what are the proper names that we can give to the Holy Spirit? So what Levering does is he firstly challenges us in terms of how we interpret the Bible. And he wants to move away from a very boring and dry historical critical approach, right? But what he does then is he goes, I'm going to do the best of both worlds. I'm going to take New Testament exegesis, particularly James Dunn, and I'm going to marry that with the work of Aquinas, and then he mounts his argument that the Spirit is to be properly referred to as love and gift. So this is part of an interdisciplinary movement that we see in the work of people like Kevin Van Hooser, who's wanting to touch on history, theology, really good exegesis. And Levering is a first-class scholar.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so he basically tackles the filioque debate. And
who wins? Who wins?
You know who wins? Aquinas wins. Because he says that Aquinas is like Maximus in that, and this is really important, in that in Aquinas you have the resources for avoiding the theological errors that both West and East want to make.
So, Scott, where does he stand on the filioque clause? Because the East and the Western churches want to know.
Right. Is the Spirit from the Father, or is he from the Father and the Son? What Levering says is that in the tradition, and we need to be interpreting the Bible according to the tradition, we find in Aquinas and in Maximus the resources to say, yes, the Spirit is from the Father and of the Son in some sense. And what's important for Levering isn't so much as what you say positively, that the Spirit is from the Father and the Son. He's not too concerned with the details of that. Rather, he wants to say, we can say something like that without offending the East in terms of theology or the fact that we added to the Creed. And we can also say that in such a way that the West is happy that we're affirming some kind of personal distinction between the persons of the Trinity. It's a really well thought out book. And the best part, Mike, is his ecclesiology.
Awesome.
He takes the doctrine of the Spirit really into its logical conclusion to do with love, unity and holiness in the church.
Great.
It's a fantastic book. I recommend it to everybody, students and people in the church alike. It's readable, it's rich, and it's the kind of book that you'll read and reread.